Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, but I wanted to get on here and talk about this topic as I feel like it's important and it's like an important piece to this whole Gypsy Rose puzzle. So as I've been trying to keep up with Gypsy Rose and the news that surrounds her, I mean, it's pretty overwhelming. There's daily articles and her TikTok account.
Let's design a set of nails for Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I know what you're all thinking.
Hey girly pop, I got the nails. They are beautiful. Thank you so much. I am saving them for a very special occasion.
Just trying to keep up with everything has been seriously like a full-time job. And like I said before, I don't want my whole channel to be based on her, but it is really hard to look away. So I want to talk about this creator. It really grabbed my attention. Her name is Kate Marie on TikTok. She goes by the username Adaptive Kate, which I really like that username, by the way. Kate is a survivor of Munchausen by proxy and has been sharing her own story on TikTok for the last 3 years. Now it seems that Kate is being targeted by Gypsy herself and her stepmom. And basically they're trying to silence Kate for some weird reason. Kate claims that she has been accused of stealing parts of Gypsy's story and making them her own. Anyway, I'm going to let Kate's video roll here now as she better explains it.
Hello, my name is Kate. I'm a Munchausen syndrome by proxy survivor, and I think you guys need to know what's going on. I can't say her name because she will have my video removed, but you will know who this is about, and I can drop it in the comments. So there is a face of Munchausen syndrome by proxy out there. This face of it believes they have sole ownership of it as if it is an advertisement title. They are against other survivors sharing their story. This particular face of it has targeted my account, has trolled me in my lives, their stepmom has told me, and they mask report my videos, and she wants me to stop telling my story. I have been on TikTok for 3 years sharing my story. I had no issues until she got out. I have been targeted by her most recently, but even prior to that, I was targeted by her stans, as they call them. I have had some horrible comments. I have been put down. I have been told that I'm stealing from this person. I have been told that I am just jealous of them and I have to steal their story. None of that is true at all. Actually, I found it really strange that somebody actually in the comments was telling me that this person was now claiming they did go to law enforcement and that they were brought back home and their mom had them deemed mentally incapacitated. Well, that was strange because that's my story and those are details I've been sharing in my story. And earlier on, this person said they had never contacted law enforcement, ever. So, where I actually ran away and got brought back by the police. And my mom had me committed to a mental facility and claimed that I was crazy and had horrible thoughts and things that, yeah. So, I won't go so deep in my story right now. I do have videos for that, but the point is, like, I haven't seen that, but if this person's not claiming parts of my story, that's even worse because they've already said they've never had any part to do with that. Like, they've never contacted law enforcement at all. So I really hope that's not new part of the story because her story's already changed many times in other areas of her story. So I'm not going to get into that because it's not my business. But what is my business is that she is personally targeting me because she doesn't want me to share my story. She doesn't want any survivors to share their story. She believes she owns it. She believes that she is the sole ownership of it. It is her advertisement. It is her way of profiting because she's legally, supposedly can't profit off the crime. So this is her way. So no one else should be allowed to talk about Munchausen syndrome. I have never ever met any survivor of any form of abuse that was so against other survivors who survived the same thing. Most cases, they want to uplift each other. I don't get it. Like, if you live this horrible abuse, you would never want anybody to be in your shoes. And at one point, I supported her. When I first heard her story years ago, I was like, oh my gosh, there's somebody like me. There's somebody that's been through it too. Because I had no idea there were others until I got on TikTok and started sharing my story. And I've gotten to meet other survivors, which I am so grateful for. Because before I got on TikTok and met others, I knew about my story, I knew about my sister's story, and I knew about Gypsy. So I used to be a huge supporter of hers until I learned the truth. And when she came out and her details started changing and the way she has treated other survivors, the way she has treated people who are trying to get Nick a fair trial, no matter who you are, what crime you've committed, what you've done in your life, if you are facing trial, you deserve a fair one. Everybody deserves a fair trial. And if you look at the details, Nick did not get a fair trial. I don't know why she's so concerned because she cannot be recharged. So no matter what he has to say, she can't be recharged. So I don't get it. Like, and she even made a petty comment today, follow community guidelines. How petty can you be? Like, why are you having these videos removed? It doesn't affect you unless you are still hiding something that you don't want out. So why? And why do you hate me and others sharing our stories? There are a lot of survivors out there. Last I checked, did she not say that she wanted to be a voice for the voiceless? Did she not say that she was going to be an advocate? Did she not at one point have MSVP, Munchausen syndrome by proxy advocate, on every single bio, on every single platform that she had? She did. And she also just posted a video of herself, a before and after picture that she posted after she had one of my videos removed that says Munchausen syndrome by proxy awareness. I made a video about awareness and advocacy. She mass reported it, had it removed, and 2 minutes later posted that and made it all about her. Munchausen syndrome by proxy awareness is not about one person. Awareness is when you want to support all of those affected, educate people about it, and want change for everybody affected by it. To her, it's all about her, and it's not. So my thing is, if you don't want to advocate, you don't want to raise awareness, which you've already made clear, you don't, fine, don't. But stop slapping it on your videos like an advertisement, because it's very disrespectful to us real survivors who would never ever use our abuse as an advertisement for a TV show. And then you put your hashtag life after lockup. It's not an advertisement. This is abuse that people have lived, that suffered, and it's just a title that you think you own, and an advertisement for you to make money. That's not okay. And so have I told others what you're doing to me? I've shared a little bit about it, but it's time that more people know, because it needs to stop. And I'm sure I'm not the only survivor you're targeting. I know I'm the more well-known survivor on here. So I know you have a big problem with that, but I'm going to keep sharing my story, and I'm not going to stop. And you can keep trying to get me removed, but you're only giving me more drive, because I've always had a drive. I don't give up easily. And anybody who knows me knows that. I have fought for the life that I have. I have fought to overcome my trauma. I love being able to advocate and raise awareness about Munchausen syndrome by proxy so that I can one day help others. I want people to know that they can break that cycle. They can overcome their trauma. They don't have to be anything like you and still be successful in this world. You are not a role model. You are not somebody that I would ever want my child looking up to, because what you are doing is not okay. It's very manipulative, and it honestly should stop. And I really hope that people see this, start opening their eyes, recognizing this really negative behavior. And it's not just me, it's the other creators too. But this behavior as a whole, and just consider like the bigger picture of all of this. This is not somebody that should be on a pedestal. And I will never tell anybody not to support her. You can support her if you want to, but if you support her as a victim, then understand that there are also other people that survive that, and don't put those people down for sharing their stories. We are nothing like her, and I personally value that I'm nothing like her. But I also deserve a voice. I deserve to be able to share my story. And I don't even want fame or money out of it. I just want to help others. And that is my sole purpose. That is also one big thing that separates me from her. So just please know what is happening right now, and please recognize that this isn't okay, and please stop condoning this behavior.
First of all, props to Kate for speaking up. That takes a lot of courage. There are a lot of stands for Gypsy, and Kate is just out here minding her business, telling her story, using her platform to spread awareness and advocate for others. And then we have Gypsy just out here being messy still. Now let's compare the two for 1 second here, because from what I'm seeing that Gypsy's mom was never diagnosed as having factitious disorder. So there was never any proof of that. And what that tells me, and what I think still, is that, yeah, maybe Gypsy was abused when she was young, but looking from my perspective, and this is my own opinion, I feel like she is too smart and manipulative to not have realized as she got older what was going on, where she could have called for help, told somebody, instead of having her mother murdered. It doesn't sit with me that Gypsy didn't know what was going on. I feel like her and her mom worked together to get all the things, and she got what she wanted. And then as soon as her mother got in her way, I feel like she came up with this plan and manipulated Nick into executing this plan. And that's just, like I said, that's my opinion. That's what I feel happened. And then we look at Kate's story, and her mom was diagnosed with factitious disorder. So it's like two completely different stories, and we have Gypsy out here trying to silence her. What are you afraid of? I don't think it's fair that this woman's story is being invalidated and not being recognized by the media as much as Gypsy's, when it's clear that she has suffered, honestly, much more, in my opinion, than Gypsy ever has. I'm not saying Gypsy was never a victim. I'm saying Gypsy has victimized other people more than she has been the victim. I mean, after all we have seen from Gypsy, it's clear that she is a manipulative narcissist, and she will kick down and step over anyone who gets in her way. And I also feel like she has never actually come to terms with everything that has happened and what she has done. She never held herself accountable for her mother's murder. It's always been somebody else's fault. Even in her relationships, it's always somebody else's fault. After viewing Kate's TikTok, I really feel like she is a genuine person from everything that I've seen. I also learned that she is an amputee because of the abuse that she endured. And she also works full time, which is really refreshing to see, because unlike other people, she works full time and she's not just out here trying to grift for money because of her trauma and everything that she's been through. That really, I feel like that says a lot about her. And even though she probably doesn't even want it, I feel like it's people like Kate that deserve the platform that Gypsy Rose has just been handed. I will honestly never understand her undeserving fame, and watching everything that she has done has just been hard, for lack of another term. She's not doing anything with her platform. She's out here making TikTok tip videos, making coffee, Jolly Rancher energy drinks the prison way. I don't get it. She's been part of cheating scandals. It's not even a scandal. She cheated on her husband with her ex that she also met while she was in prison. It's just too much, too messy. And I don't want to watch it anymore. I want to watch people like Kate who deserve to be known and who are actually out here trying to spread real awareness. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, guys, I really feel like Gypsy I feel like she has done things that have been just a distraction. It seems like she's always been worried about meeting her Prince Charming, being a celebrity, being an influencer. She hasn't come to terms with everything that actually happened. It's just kind of buried in there. And I fear for the day that it actually comes out. Or maybe she just really doesn't care, because maybe that was the plan all along. I guess we will probably never know, because we only have one side of the story, and it's just like boom, boom, this is what happened. They assumed that Gypsy's mother had this disorder and that she endured all of this abuse. But in reality, what if our society is just fucked up? It's like our focus and our time and our energy is always just spent on the wrong people. We're always hyper focused on bad people. And that really has to stop, because there's so many people out here like Kate who are trying to be genuine and do good, and they get looked over for people like Gypsy, who is in fact a murderer and who is trying to silence those who have already been silenced and who have already had their stories brushed under the rug. And that's just it's not fair. And yeah, life's not fair, but maybe we as a society, as a community, can start making a change and getting these other people recognized. I think people should head over to Kate's TikTok and give her a follow and make it known that her story matters, and others like her. That's what I feel like people should be focusing on. I guess that's all I'm going to say for today, guys. I'm going to continue to follow this story. I have a couple other things that I want to talk about on here. Hopefully I can get to them pretty soon. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for just being here. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you like my channel. It would really help me out. And as always, share your comments and your thoughts below. I love reading them. I will be down on there responding as much as I can. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye.